I always say this, that people think about, what do I need to do to be able to make £100,000 a year? And by the way, that is the hardest thing you'll ever do, is going from being a normal employee or someone on a basic salary, getting to £100,000 a year. That's the most difficult challenge. But so many people say, what do I need to do that? What do I need to sell? Like, how do I need to market myself? Who do I need to be around? When the question you need to ask yourself firstly is, who do you need to become to be deserving of that, or able to deal with the stresses and different things that come along with doing that type of thing? That's the biggest question. That is the most important question, is who you actually need to become. Doesn't matter what you do, how good your strategies are, if you simply don't have the mental capacity, you haven't created the support system around you, you don't have just the right thoughts and ideas, beliefs around money and success, the stupidest things you could think about that seem so insignificant, but in this situation are absolutely massive. If you don't have that stuff, it doesn't matter the skill set and whatnot, you're never going to be that person. So if you're in the position right now, and I'll say this plainly, that you're arguing with the screen just now and saying, I can be successful in 4 hours a week, maybe we have a different definition of success. Your success might be getting to £3,000-4,000 a month so you can just chill and live okay, fine. That's not success to me. I'm trying to achieve 3, 4, 5 lifetimes worth of stuff in one life. That's my definition of success. You're not wrong, I'm not right, we are just different. But when it comes to business success, you're generally driven financially, right? It's not going to be anything other than that. Nobody starts a business because they want to have more free time, or they want to have a better social life, or they want people to like them more, because all of those things are going to get worse, at least in the medium to short term. So if you're sitting here saying, Richard, you know what? Yeah, I can be successful on 4 hours a week. I can do this, I can do that, because I've seen it online and this and that, and you resonate with that so much that the idea of actually working hard and putting in a certain amount of hours into your business isn't even a possibility. You're not ready to be an entrepreneur. This is one of the most difficult career paths you can ever pick. It is, at times, incredibly lonely, very sad, not enjoyable, but when it pays off, and in the times that it pays off, because by the way, you go through periods of it paying off hugely, and then you start thinking differently and thinking bigger, and you have to reset yourself to zero again, or almost zero, or take a pay cut, or whatever it may be, right? Like, I paid myself more in my first 2 years of business than I pay myself now. Also because I've got a better company structure now, so it's a bit easier, but because I'm so dead set on investing back into the organisation, because my vision is so much bigger now. I think way bigger now than I've ever thought before about business. So, but I needed to become that person. I needed to be the kind of bit of an arse for a while and spend all the money and blah 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 to then become this guy. I had to get that out of my system, rid myself of that version of me. So my opinion is that you're not ready if you can't think about working hard. And here's the thing, so many people say entrepreneurship's for anyone. I know, so controversial to some people, right? But I love Grant Cardone. But I can love someone the same way I love my mum, I love my sister, I love my girlfriend, I love any of those people. But I can also tell them plainly that I disagree with something that they say and I think they're wrong. I love Grant Cardone. He was the first speaker I ever listened to live. He was the first YouTuber that I ever watched and clicked with that made me feel like I could actually go out and achieve something. And he's always saying, anyone can be a billionaire. Anyone out there can be a billionaire. Now you can dial it down and say, okay, mathematically impossible. And also, I just don't think it's true. But I also get his point, right? It's like the people who, when they're preaching in the street, they would say, God loves you. But many people would turn around and say, in fact, actually, God doesn't love everyone. That's kind of not really a thing. But many people are okay with saying, you know, God loves you if it gets people to listen and come down to your church or whatever it may be, right? So I understand why Grant's saying that, to get people fired up. And guess what? If they aim to be a billionaire and they don't become a billionaire, but they get to a point that they make 250k a year, very far away from being a billionaire, it's still really awesome. But I am now of the opinion that not everyone is meant to be an entrepreneur.